Hey, Kelpieone here on Stainedglasscuts. Today I'm going to show you how I use monofilament to hang some of my glass projects and why you might want to consider it. I'll be using 125-pound test monofilament fishing line, a couple of crimps, a brass O-ring, a fishing crimp tool, and a pair of diagonal pliers. I've been exploring making glass move in outdoor applications, things like mobiles and other spinning designs. My first thought on how to do this was fishing swivels. And yes, I use swivels in some applications. Swivels have upsides and downsides. The upsides, they're all-weather, corrosion resistant, often stainless steel, brass, or whatever this is. All I know is that California says there's something bad in this 950-pound swivel. They're inexpensive, compact, easy to use, and they can match color elements of your design. The downside, the brass ones can fail outdoors when exposed to strong winds over time, like a year or two. The jury is still out on the other two types. Also, they're designed to be immersed in a lubricant, water, and because they won't be, they have a fair amount of resistance associated with them. A gentle breeze won't get your glass moving, especially if what you're hanging on them is relatively heavy. And they only move with the wind. By this I mean they don't return to their starting location when the wind stops. Now monofilament. The upsides, all weather, won't corrode, inexpensive, less expensive than using chain, twists more easily, even in a gentle breeze your art will move, easy to use, and it has a return to original location attribute. If your art spins in one direction in the wind, when the wind stops, it'll spin back in the opposite direction, and even back again. The downsides. It can fail over time, I guess. There's no data for this kind of use. There's some suggestion online that monofilament may last for 7 years. Monofilament doesn't lend itself to small space applications like connecting arms of a mobile. Its best properties are exhibited with a single strand of length. I generally use 10 to 12 inches. And it won't match color aspects of your design, although it's designed not to be seen, at least by fish. So enough on the pros and cons. Here's how I make a hanger with monofilament. The most important aspect of using monofilament is that you match your line size, in this case 125-pound test, to the crimp size and the appropriate notch in your crimp tool. The crimp packaging will state the appropriate line test that can be used and the internal diameter of the crimp. In this case, 125 to 130-pound test, and the internal diameter is 1.3 millimeters. Crimp tools have different notches to accommodate different sizes of crimps. I'll be using the 1.0 to 2.0 notch. First, I'll take my monofilament and feed it through the crimp. Then I'll loop it around my brass O-ring and feed the end back into the other side of the crimp. I'll snug it up until I get the appropriate notch that I want, and then I'll take my crimp tool, put it into the 1.0 to 2.0 notch, line up my crimp and compress it. And as you can see, that gives you a very secure attachment. Next, I'll take my diagonal pliers and cut off, approximately 12 inches. And I'll take my next crimp and again, insert the line and then run it through the loop in the piece that I wish to hang. I'll then take the other end, again, push it through the crimp, get my desired loop, Take my crimp tool, again, appropriate notch, crimp it. Take my diagonal pliers, cut off any excess that I have on both ends. And there you have it. That's not going anywhere. I hope you found this video helpful. The materials and tools shown in this video are available via the links below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers!